Hi guys, it's Jay from Ayaba's Wind again. I'm sorry, my camera went out. So I'm here today to do the reading for the Taurus Collective for October 2019. I was able to pull 7 cards. 4 of the cards came upright and 3 of the cards came in reverse. So we're going to be able to move forward. Just keep in mind, some of the information may resonate with you, all of it may resonate with you, or none of it may resonate with you, which is completely fine. You can definitely take what you need and leave the rest. If you identify with the information, I know Taurus Collective from last month or the month before, it was a big hit. So apparently a lot of the information resonated with you guys. So hopefully this month you will find some really helpful, useful information. If you don't know, I'm a priestess in the Afro-Cuban tradition, amongst many other traditions I've been initiated. And so I'm going to be interpreting these cards from a very Afro-Cuban spiritualist perspective. Then halfway through the reading, I'll go into advice, and Spirit will help me to pull from Sacred Odu. And basically, Odu is a doctrine, a sacred doctrine in my tradition that kind of governs the way we live, identifies challenges and issues in our life, and helps us to solve them so we can fulfill our destinies in the most positive way possible. Okay, so I'm going to go over each one of the cards, and then we'll start weaving in the storyline that Spirit wants you to have. Okay, so the first card up is the Nine of Wands. Okay. This is actually the Nine of Fire. So in traditional tarot, it's the Nine of Wands. And it usually talks about the wounded soldier. You're just basically coming up out of a battle, being in battle mode. And, you know, you may be a bit tired, but you have made it. Okay, so it could be that you were going through a lot of issues and challenges up until recently, if not still happening. And Spirit is basically saying they acknowledge this, and that they're going to see you through this. This is Orisha Tarot. So Orisha Tarot, you see this person basically dressed in white, laying on a mat, and resting in front of candles. Okay, and so in my tradition, as a part of our initiation, we are very humbled. We dress in white, and this is to gain clarity, to maintain purity in our lives, and to stay connected to Spirit. Okay, so basically, what Spirit is saying here is that they want you to be in a restful state, to wear a lot of white, to stay connected to Spirit, to go into prayer, to go into meditation, to incorporate breathing exercises, do yoga, things of that nature, because you have been through a lot. Or this could be announcing that you're going through a lot. Just keep in mind that these energies that come up in this reading may prevail for several days, several weeks, or even several months, depending on how spiritually evolved you are. Okay, and so you have to allow these energies to play out. So this could have happened in the past, it could be happening presently, or this could be in your very near future. Okay, so we call this person that's sleeping or laying down a yawo. Okay, and this person has just recently been initiated into my tradition. Okay, and so basically, it's not saying that you have to be initiated into my tradition, but it's really saying that they want you, Spirit wants you to cultivate your spiritual gifts and talents. If I'm not mistaken, in one of your previous readings, like, you have tremendous spiritual gifts. Okay, and so the candles here are for illumination. It's indicating that Spirit is here with you. It's indicating that you have the light within, and that you are potentially a natural born spiritualist, born as a spiritualist at birth. Okay, so the veil between the living world and the spiritual world for you is very thin. Okay, you may be able to see spirits, you may be able to sense spirits or spiritual things, you may get goosebumps. We call it fluidos. Okay, and so, or fluidas, and so you definitely want to pay attention to developing your spiritual self. This is a 9, so this is showing that whatever it is that you have been through, or that you may be approaching going through, is going to be ending soon. Okay, you're coming towards the end of a cycle. All right, but it's definitely saying get rest, humble yourself, before the divine, and connect with the divine, connect with spirit through prayer. The next card that came up is the earth. So in traditional tarot, this is comparable to the world. Okay, however, and so in the world, it talks about the ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new, right? But here it shows the earth, and the earth I liken to you, the Taurus collective, okay? And so with this, you see a snake wrapped around the earth, and then you see all of these animals surrounding the earth. So, oftentimes when I see this card, I see that you could potentially be under attack, or you could have been under attack, and that all of these animals could be potential enemies. All these people could be potentially involved in what is going on in your situation. You have the snake that is wrapped around the earth. So it could be that someone is squeezing you, not physically, but just using you, trying to milk you dry for your money, for your time. It could be something to do with work, possibly, where people just want to drain you of your energy. All right, and so spirit is just saying be mindful of the people around you. All right, and that you're in this cycle, and we're trying to end this cycle. The spirit is trying to end this cycle for you. However, you do have enemies, and some of these enemies could be potentially bigger than you think. Okay, and maybe this is why you were in battle mode in traditional tarot, and you need to take that rest. You need to connect with spirit so that you can defeat your enemies, both seen and unseen. We'll see how it plays out a little bit later on. Here you have the Seven of Earth. So the Seven of Earth is really the Seven of Coins, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, and so in traditional tarot, it talks about, basically waiting for the fruits of your labor to come in. You've sown some seeds. You're trying to, you're waiting. Okay, so this can mean that, the time taken to get over this situation could be a little while. It could be taking a little while to actually play out. But here, the Seven of Coins, the Seven of Earth, talks about wealth and finances. Okay, and so you see this man climbing the coconut tree, and he's actually reaping the fruits of his labor. All right, so he's pulling the coconuts, and the coconuts represent wealth and abundance and prosperity. So it could be that you are coming into abundance. You're coming into wealth. New things are going to be happening for you. You're going to see, you're going to witness, you're going to experience the fruits of your labor, okay? The time and energy that you have put in to see things manifest for you, now you're going to finally be able to reap the benefits, all right? So this is saying that here, just to hold tight, and to be aware and conscious that you're going to be getting wealth and prosperity. You're going to get some relief, okay? As to when it's going to happen, it could take some time, all right? Because typically Seven of Coins takes some time to happen. If it's happening now, that's great. But Spirit is just letting you know, like, the fruits of your labor are coming in. So don't worry. Don't worry at all. The next card that came up is Oshun. Oshun. Oshun is an Orisha in my tradition that is an aspect of God. It is a female aspect of God that deals with love and romance and passion and sensuality and beauty and relationships, okay? So Oshun came upright. So Oshun is here to help you. She's here to help you to cultivate your relationships, to strengthen bonds and relationships, to help you to be able to strengthen the love that you have in yourself. Okay, Oshun represents love and beauty. Oshun loves everything, beautiful music. She loves beautiful things. Some of her organisms or things in nature that represent her energy are butterflies, are dragonflies, are bees, okay? And so things that are yellow, her energies are found in the rivers of the world, okay? She loves sunflowers, she loves yellow flowers. Oftentimes she loves honey. Sometimes she doesn't like honey, but most of the time she loves honey, pumpkins, and things of that nature. So Oshun is here to beautify your life. She's here to bring love into your life. And that if you are missing that love, if you're missing that passion, that romance, that spark in your love life, Oshun is here to help you to cultivate that energy. All right. We'll find out what else Oshun has to say to you. But in the meantime, since Oshun is present in your reading, we want to definitely start to focus on looking at your relationships, your romantic relationships. If you're having some challenges and some battles with that, Oshun, I can give you some remedies for that to help to sweeten your relationships, okay, to sweeten your disposition. You definitely want to be mindful of pumpkins during this October season. Don't eat anything with pumpkin. No pumpkin soup, no pumpkin pie. Pumpkin seeds are a negative. Anything with pumpkin, it's a negative. Oshun is standing up for you. She's the feminine aspect of God that is standing up for you. And out of respect for Oshun, we're definitely not going to be consuming any of her products, especially pumpkin, squash, anything that has lots of seeds in it. And you can keep pumpkins in your house because pumpkins represent wealth. Okay. Oshun also talks about your blood, so you definitely may want to go to the doctor to get your blood checked, to make sure that everything is excellent with your blood, to make sure that there's no illness or anything lurking or hiding in your blood. Okay. Oshun also talks about spirituality, so you definitely are spiritual in nature, and so you want to be mindful of that. Okay, so that's Oshun. Oshun is standing up for you in this reading. We now have the Three of Earth. The Three of Earth is actually the Three of Pentacles. So, in traditional tarot, it talks about collaboration. It talks about partnership. It's talking about someone wants to come in and work with you. So, if your relationship has been broken, has been compromised or stressed, Oshun is coming in to say that she's here to help you to repair that which you had issues with. Also, it could be that if you haven't been in a relationship, get ready because partnership is coming into your life, okay? This could also talk about, if it's not talking about relationships, this could also talk about partnership in business, okay? And so just keep in mind that, working in a partnership and collaborating would be to your benefit, will bring you ire. In my tradition, ire means blessings, tons of blessings, okay? So just be mindful. Collaboration, cooperation, and partnership are going to be very important for you for October. Yeah, and this came reversed. So in reverse, it's saying that, you have not had this partnership. You haven't had the support of anyone. And so, and Spirit is acknowledging this. So Oshun is going to be here to help you. The energies, the spirits that are standing up for you are going to be here to help you. So don't worry. This time of stress and struggle is going to soon be ending. You also have the Seven of Fire. So the Seven of Fire is actually the Seven of Wands in traditional tarot, which talks about blocking. It talks about blocking. It talks about defending yourself from energies and enemies. Okay. Here you see this man. He's standing up with a shield and he's defending himself against a dragon. So yes, I would definitely venture to say you had enemies. Okay. This came reverse, however. So in this case, Spirit is saying that now after the battle here, now it's time for you to rest. Now it's time for you to connect with spirit. Now you need to get into your zone. You need to take white baths to gain peace and harmony and clarity in your life. You need to dress in white, sleep in white, white sheets, white clothes. Keep your head wrapped in white as much as you can. Connect with spirit. Don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol. Keep your head clear. Use a candle. You can get a glass of water, and you can pray. Turn your phone off for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Take that phonecation and connect with spirit. Okay, because this is where your blessings are going to come in. Okay, because you are a very spiritual being, this fighting that you went through, this struggle that you went through, or that you're going through now, or that could potentially happen, if you're catching this reading in time, not all Tauruses, not, I don't know if you, that's really a word, Tauruses, but not all Tauruses are going to be going through the same thing at the same time. It could be happening in people's past, present, or future at different times, even though you're all Tauruses that are pretty much watching this. Okay, so Spirit is saying that this is ending. And so just be mindful. And also, this is like fighting fire with fire. So, of course, humans don't have fire, but they have a shield to protect them against the harm of their enemies. Okay. I don't know. This could be any kind of brujeria, witchcraft, black magic, spell work that has been done on you, to try and play around with your money, to try and play around with your relationships. But don't worry, Oshun is here to handle it. She's here to stand up for you. And it's interesting because Oshun owns yellow, and I was feeling so compelled to have yellow around me and on me. Okay, so Oshun is definitely standing up for you, and that is a blessing to have Oshun on your side. You have the Ace of Fire. So this is the last card that came up in your reading. The Ace of Fire is really the Ace of Wands. And so in traditional tarot, the Ace of Wands talks about a passion, a message of passion, new passion coming into your life, okay? Not necessarily love, but passion, okay? And so you see here, you have the lion here. In Orisha Tarot, it's the lion that has taken down his prey. Okay, and so basically, in the upright position, it's saying, Spirit is saying that you have defeated your enemy. You have defeated your enemy. Okay, however, this came in reverse. So it's saying that, you could feel defeated. You could feel like you've lost the battle. You feel like, or you have felt like, you don't have anything else in you to give. That you don't know if you can fight anymore. You don't know when these struggles, this strife is going to end, okay? And this is why this card came reverse, all right? And so maybe you are lacking passion in your life. Maybe you're done. Like maybe like your energy is totally and completely drained, all right? And you have no passion. You have no energy to do anything, okay? But like I said, Spirit is saying that this is soon ending. Um Also, just keep in mind, because Oshun is coming up in your reading this month, for the month of October, you definitely do not want to be consuming fish. If you don't have to, do not eat fish. Oshun owns fish. Oshun owns shrimp. Oshun owns pumpkins. Okay, anything with squash. Okay, be very careful with fish. All right, be very, very careful with fish, because Oshun owns it, because Oshun is standing up for you. You definitely want to respect her energies and not consume fish during this time if you can help it. Okay, um, that's one thing I want to note. Also, too, with Oshun, you definitely do not want to be wearing any fake metals. Oshun loves beautiful things and things that are real metals, real gold, brass, things that are beautiful and shiny. And she wants you to really invest in yourself. Perfumes, colognes, bubble baths, taking care of yourself, really getting into yourself, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, pampering yourself. Okay, so Oshun is showing up and she wants you to do all of these things. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull from some Odu. And I'll pull like 2 or 3 cards based on what spirit causes to jump out. And then from there, I will give you the advice. So you definitely want to make sure you get a pen and a piece of paper or notebook because the information is going to flow abundantly. Okay. So just give me a couple of seconds. It's too many. All right, here we go. So make sure you have something to write with. And we're going to get started. Okay, great. So the first message that Spirit has for you is what you leave, don't come back for. So Spirit is warning you that amidst this whole time that these energies have played out with these cards, if someone left you in a relationship, do not go back for it. There could be drama, there could be problems, okay? If you take someone back in a relationship, it could be that you sleep with them and you contract an STD. Hopefully, it's just an STD that you can treat with an antibiotic and you'll get rid of it. Okay? But Spirit is warning you, it could be an STD that you can't get rid of. It could be herpes. It could be HIV. Okay? It could be something like that. So Spirit is warning you. And Oshun is speaking in this Odu. Odu is a feminine energy. That's basically the womb of knowledge, okay? And so this is coming directly from the womb of knowledge in my tradition. It's an ancient source of knowledge that has been passed down through hundreds of thousands of years, okay? And so Spirit is very prominent here. Oshun is coming up. So we're thankful that Oshun is here, but Oshun is warning you, you better watch it. And I told you, you got to watch it with your blood. Go get your blood checked. If you are female and you go to the OBGYN, you have to ask them to give you an STD and HIV check, okay? Because a lot of times they don't automatically give it to you in your whole pap smear. Spirit is saying that you need to watch a relative or a friend that stays with you, especially if you have children, okay? And this is a tough thing, all right? Because if you have children, this person could be a molester. This person could have experienced a history of abuse when they were a child and it wasn't resolved. They didn't receive therapy. And as a result, and a lot of times historically with abuse, that if um, people don't have proper coping mechanisms, for abuse, many times they will repeat it. They will take a victim and repeat it and inflict harm. Okay? And so Spirit is saying, watch the people that you have staying with you. And especially watch them around your children. Okay? Change your eating habits. Spirit is saying, whatever it is you're eating, you got to watch what you eat. Okay? Change your eating habits. If you lost your house, or if you're in the process of losing your house, losing your apartment, You are about to be evicted. You're having problems paying the mortgage, paying the bills, whatever. It's because you had jealousy on you. You had evil eyes on you. And it came up. I told you you had enemies. Okay? This snake around you is squeezing you. Okay? And this is not the only organism. This is not the only animal. This is not the only person that's involved in your demise. Okay? You have enemies, or else you would not get these cards. And then you have the Wounded Warrior card come out. So you can't tell me that you haven't fought a battle. Okay? Or this battle could be coming up. But it's saying, Spirit is saying that someone did some work. Okay? And they don't have to stand over any kind of pot to do work on you. They can use their tongue, their ache, their power of ability to manifest to destroy. And everyone comes to this earth with a different level of abilities based on their ancestral ties, their ancestral lineage. So someone who comes from a long line of sorcerers, of shamans, of curanderos, of santeros, babalaos, spiritual people, they don't need a pot. They don't need to do any of that. They can use their words and shut people down. So best believe these enemies had it in for you. And I don't know what they did. Because like I said in other readings, brujeria, witchcraft, hexes, spells, curses exist in all cultures, all traditions. Whether they like it or not, whether they want to acknowledge or not, they exist in all cultures. So anyone could be worked from any tradition. All right. Spirit is saying, did your lover leave? Spirit is saying that it could potentially happen. If your lover hasn't already left, they may be planning on leaving you. Or you may be planning on leaving them. But Spirit is saying the relationship sector, no bueno. It's not good. And Oshun is coming up. Oshun owns relationships as well. Okay? So, and Oshun is speaking in this Odu. She's speaking to you. Their Spirit is saying that a war could end in misery. So, wow, you can't make this up. I pulled the cards first, and the cards match with Odu and what Spirit is saying. Because I called you Spirit guides and protections, and they are here. And they're confirming all this. It's saying a war could end in misery. Is this not a war? Oh, okay. This looks not so pleasant to me, okay? So yes, in traditional tarot, it's new beginnings, endings and new beginnings. But in Orisha tarot, yeah, you may have endings and new beginnings, but you have all of these enemies to deal with. All right. Spirit is saying you got to watch it with arrogance. And I think this came up in your last reading, if I'm not mistaken. Look, I'm a Leo. I'm a fire sign. Leos can tend to have a big head. And with a big head comes arrogance. I get it. But Spirit is warning you, arrogance equals hard times. So begin to humble yourself. And I believe I told you this in the beginning. Spirit is saying, you better get down on your knees and pray. And if you don't believe in anything, try to start to believe in something. Okay? I don't care if you pray to Allah, Buddha, Jehovah, Olofi, and zombie, whoever you call God, Spirit is saying to get down on your knees and pray. Prostrate yourself. Do something. Humble yourself in front of Spirit. Because Spirit is here. Spirit is willing to protect you. And Spirit told you last time, you are very spiritual. You got to tap into your abilities because you got people that are basically gunning for you. And gunning for you, I don't mean people running after you with guns. I mean, you have enemies. And they may not like how you move. They may not like how you flow in the world. Okay? And because of it, it breeds jealousy. And Spirit was saying you could have lost an apartment or about to lose an apartment, about to lose your house, losing cars, losing property. Your money could be a little funny right now because of the enemies. And Spirit is saying, look, you pray, you meditate, you do your white baths, you're going to be all right. We got your back. But if you're being resistant, Spirit is here. These are your spirit guides that are here, and they are talking. Spirit is also saying don't eat yams. So, no pumpkins, because Oshun owns pumpkins. Oshun also owns yams. Sweet potatoes, I'm sorry, guys. I know the sweet potato fries taste so good. No sweet potatoes, no yams. For the month of October, Oshun is standing up for you and fighting for you. Have respect for those things, and she will help you. If you're eating it, that could be a problem, okay? All right, so let's go on to the next one. Just remember, also with threes, you got to be careful with threes. Romantic relationships, threes are not good. Threes are not good. All right, because like I said, it can bring in STDs, unwanted pregnancies, unplanned for pregnancies. I'm sorry. And I think the last reading you got, it talked about fertility. All right, and pregnancy and all of that. So just be careful. Oshun's coming. When Oshun is in the picture, it could also represent fertility. So just watch it. If you do not want to have a baby, take the necessary precautions because Oshun is here. Spirit is saying that no one knows the wealth he has until he loses it. Wow. And Oshun is speaking here again in this Odu. Oshun is all over your reading. Okay? Wow. Oshun represents sweetness and love and sensuality and beautiful things. So Oshun is here. It's an honor for her to come here into this reading tonight. She's saying you better watch it with self-sabotaging behavior. She's saying that you make too many excuses sometimes. You got to stop it so you can get your blessings. This is what Oshun is saying. She's speaking all up in this. Stop making excuses and make things happen. Start your prayer and your meditation. You don't know what meditation is? I used to hate it when people would tell me, "Oh, meditate, meditate." I don't know how to meditate. What are you saying to me? When I found the mantras, you can go on my featured channel, whatever it is on my channel. I featured Jason Gallant, and you can also go into my playlist, look at the mantras, repeat 108 times in the morning and at night. Choose something that you love. For Oshun, I have mantras for beauty, mantras for a spiritual husband or wife, mantras for love, romantic love, mantras for the ultimate lovers. Oh, your relationship is messed up, you should definitely be saying those mantras. Okay? Even if I don't care if you don't believe in anything. Spirit is here and they're letting you know they are here. Okay? And they're standing up for you. Spirit is saying, don't tell your secrets. And Spirit is saying, no more I can't. Get that out of your vocabulary. Spirit wants you to stand up. No more I can't. No more making excuses. Actions speak louder than words. No more lip service. It's tired. It's played out. Okay? Spirit is saying to stand up and no more I can't. Spirit is also mentioning, Oshun is mentioning, that you're either thinking about changing jobs or going back to school. And either way, this may be a good look for you. It may be a good thing for you to do that. Change is around. Change and transformation is around because you did get the earth, okay? However, you got to push forward. Watch with that self-sabotaging behavior. Spirit is acknowledging that you could potentially be betrayed by a friend. A friend could have betrayed you or is going to betray you. That friend could also be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So watch for betrayal. And also, Spirit is warning you about theft. Someone could be stealing from you. Or, I don't know, maybe you're a thief. If you're a thief and you're stealing things, Spirit is saying they see you. Okay? You can't hide from Spirit. However, if you're not a thief, and I know people who were thieves, I knew people who would steal for whatever reasons they had. All right? However, if you're not a thief, Spirit is saying watch out for theft. Watch out getting robbed in the street. Watch out for people coming over your house and taking things. Okay? Watch someone who asks for favors. This person that asks for favors can be very ungrateful and wish ill will on you. And they could be one of your enemies. Because you don't just have one enemy, you have lots of enemies. Look at this card. You have lots of enemies. And there's one particular enemy that you were going at it, or you will be going at it. Keep your eyes open. Okay? So watch this person who asks for favors. Okay? Because they will be ungrateful. They will talk nonsense about you, slander your name, gossip, talk ill of you. Be careful of people staying over your house and stealing from you. Again, you got to watch it. You got to watch your money. Because you got money coming in. Money is going to be coming in. You got to watch people stealing from you. Watch the riches coming in. Because Oshun also represents wealth. Okay? And she's saying she's got wealth, love, everything for you. Everything. But you don't need people stealing what she's giving you. Don't allow people to take from you. And it's not okay. Keep your bedroom doors locked or closed. Have people use the downstairs bathroom as opposed to the upstairs bathroom, wherever your personal things are. Okay. Spirit is saying you definitely need to check your kidneys, your nerves, and blood for sickness. I told you about your blood. Oshun owns the blood. Okay. Oshun is coming here to tell you, go get your blood checked. Get your kidneys checked. Get your nerves checked. Something may not be right. Something. And continue to get it checked every 3 to 6 months. Okay? Especially get those HIV tests done every 3 to 6 months. But Oshun is saying you better check your blood. This month, October 2019, check your blood. Pregnancy. If anyone is pregnant here, it could require a C-section. So you got to be praying. So pregnant women here, if you're watching this, pregnant Tauruses, you got enemies. You cannot afford to not get down on your knees and pray. You cannot afford that. You got a life that you're carrying inside of you. Okay? Be in prayer and meditation and ask the higher power, whoever you believe in, to protect you from your enemies, both seen and unseen, because you have them. If you are pregnant, you definitely want to do a meditation for Oshun. I'm going to attach Oshun link in here because Oshun is all over this reading. And if you're a pregnant woman, it's a blessing to have Oshun in this reading. Okay, Oshun is here to protect you, but you gotta tap into spirit. All right, check your blood, and like Spirit said, if you are pregnant, you may need a C-section. You definitely may need a C-section, which requires that's an operation. So you're definitely going to need protection. And then the last message that Spirit has for you is the head governs the body. Your head is everything. That means no drugs and no alcohol. Your head means keeping your head wrapped in white, dressing in white, sleeping in white, staying illuminated with prayer, with meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, whatever it is you do to tap into spirit. Shut that phone off 15, 20, 30 minutes and get connected, okay? Spirit is telling you to wear white and go to church, okay? Wear white and go to church. You need protection. You need protection from all realms. If you don't want to go to church, go to the temple. Go to somewhere spiritual where it's safe and start praying. Okay? God is universal. God is like in a Tiffany lamp. You know, Tiffany lamps have all these different colors. One person's looking through the green, one person's looking through the red, one person's looking through the yellow and the purple, and they give God all the different names. It's still God, still the divine. All right? Spirit is saying no rain on your head. In my tradition, there are stories, patikis that talk about rain shrinking your head. Rain comes from the sky, it comes from the heavens, the clouds. Okay, it travels hundreds of miles down to earth. It cleans the atmosphere. Also, rain is full of phenomena. Okay, you don't need any more phenomena in your life. You are already highly spiritual. Some of you don't know how to deal with that spirituality. So you're trying to harness it, connect with it in a positive, constructive way. So you don't need to add rain to your head to add to the confusion, the chaos, the araye, confusion. We need to keep the heads clear. Spirit is saying don't visit sick people. You go to the hospital, you got to visit someone sick. This is what I'm going to tell you. Don't stand at the head of the bed. Don't stand at the foot of the bed. Why? Because sickness is not only caused by bacteria and viruses out in the environment, but sickness can be caused by spirits, dark energies. Sickness can be caused by brujeria, witchcraft, spell work, hexes, curses. So these portals are in the head and in the foot. So if you stand at the head of the bed where someone is sick, someone who has potentially been worked by someone, that energy will now jump onto you. And then you, when you go home, you start feeling sick. I'm telling you, you don't want to try this. You don't want to take the risk. When I'm telling you what Spirit is saying here, you go to visit someone in the hospital and they're sick, stay in the center of the bed. Do not stand at the foot of the bed or the head of the bed. Spirit is saying no basements. If you don't have to go down to the basement, don't go down to the basement, please. Okay? When I was selling real estate, yes, and I had this Odu talking to me. I had to go down to the basement, but I had a partner. So I told my partner, I'm like, look, I can't go down to the basement. So he went down there for me. Okay. I don't show basements. I don't do it. If I have to, it's my money on the line. I will. But if you can help it, don't go down to basements. Okay. The energy's down there. It's in the earth. Okay. Which is a different kind of energy. So try to avoid basements at least for October. Sorry. Be careful of winding, twisting stairs. You could potentially fall. Like I said, your pride and arrogance breeds enemies. So you may have everything going on. You may have the nice house, the nice car, the money coming in. Everything may be flowing. However, when you're bragging about this, letting people know you got this, you're putting it on Instagram, Facebook, you're collecting a whole crew of enemies. And I know it's sad. I know you want people to celebrate in your success. I get it. But at the same time, you are in battle. People get tired of battling. Look at this person laying on the mat. They're done. They're tired. They need rest. They need to connect to the divine. Spirit is saying you don't get enough credit. You may help people. You may be the best at your job. Spirit is acknowledging that you don't get enough credit. But Spirit is here today, tonight, to say they acknowledge you and they give you credit. That's more important than someone in the flesh saying, I acknowledge you. I'm telling you, this is what Spirit is saying. You may be having disturbing dreams. You may be having problems sleeping. This card also means don't sleep in the dark. I know. A lot of people like to sleep in the dark. Spirit is saying, don't sleep in the dark. You guys are highly spiritual. The darkness pulls dark energies, okay? Don't do it to yourself. Please, especially don't have your children sleeping in pitch blackness. They're already afraid of monsters in the closet. Children and animals are probably the most sensitive creatures on this planet to spirit, to the spiritual realm. Whether you subscribe to it or not, don't torture your kids, and definitely don't do it to yourself. Can't sleep in the dark, put the eye thing over your eye, the mask. Don't reveal your dreams or you'll lose your blessing. So, if you're dreaming about hitting the lottery, don't tell your best friend. Oh, guess what? I hit the lottery in my dream. No. Mm-mm. It could potentially happen. By you talking your dreams, you're deflating the energy, the luck, the blessings, okay, the array out of what spirit is trying to send you. If you dream of a number to play in the lottery, don't go tell the next one that you dreamed of the number. Go play it, win it, and then if you want to talk about it after you win, great. Do not covet what other people's what others have. Respect your elders. Do not keep uncovered bottles in your house. Okay, you guys are highly spiritual, and I think in the last reading there could have been spiritual occurrences, and because you have enemies that may be throwing stuff at you too, there may be additional spirits that may be trying to come to you, present themselves to you. You have bottles in your house, make sure they have a lid on them. Make sure they're full of water, stones, something is in it. Okay, in many cultures, people put spirits in jars. Okay, the spirits live in jars. So I don't think that you're trying to collect spirits in your house. Okay, you have your ancestors, which are loving and they're caring and they're around you, protecting you. But you don't need to collect any additional spirits. So please, all empty bottles in your house, throw it out. Okay. And if you have like vases, containers, decorative things where you just like to collect jars, put something in them. All right. No needles. You got to be very careful of needles. And remember what I told you. Oshun is here. Oshun governs the blood. Any needles, any kind of plastic surgery, I would venture to say don't do it for October. Be very careful. Tattoos, don't do it. You don't need to. Oshun owns beauty. Oshun owns our bodies. Okay? She loves us just the way we are. All right? And so be very careful with needles this time. Tattoos, they're beautiful, but you got to go to the right place. They don't change your needle, or they give you a new needle, but they're using old ink because they don't want to throw the ink out. It still has the blood from the person that came in before you, who could have herpes or HIV, not herpes, but hepatitis or HIV or some other bloodborne disease. Okay? Spirit is saying you need to have a mass for your ancestors. What does that mean? Light a candle, get a glass of water, get all the pictures of the people who have passed away in your family that you're blood related to. Cut out all the living people. Call out all their names, their full names, first and last names, 3 times each. Knock 3 times and say prayers. Say prayers to them. Acknowledge them. Thank them for the little things that they did when they were alive. And ask them to help you here in this earthly plane. They can help from heaven or the spirit realm. You got to tap in and ask them. Ask them to protect you from your enemies, both seen and unseen. Because they're in the spirit realm. They know all that. You got to assign them a job to help you. Put them to work. All right? Yet again, no sweet potatoes and no peanuts. Not that we just added the peanuts. I'm sorry. So no peanuts. Especially when you see spirits. If you're seeing spirits around the house, if you're seeing flashes out the corner of your eye, if you're hearing noises, if you're seeing any of this kind of phenomena, don't eat it. Spirit is saying don't kill any rats or roaches because of the energies that are speaking here. They have spiritual energy too. Don't kill them. All right. Spirit is saying that, you tend to have a lot of people that come to you to cry on your shoulders, to dump on you. Friends talking on the phone, whining and complaining about such and such did this to them, left them, whatever. And they dump on you. But you know what? They dump on you and then they feel great because they dumped on you. And then when you get off the phone from them or you leave them, you go home, you feel knocked down, dragged out. They just dumped on you. They cleaned off all their negativity that they had and they dumped it on you. That's not nice. So watch who you speak to. If you know that your friend is calling you up and is going to be complaining about the next one, don't answer the phone. You don't need to be dumped on. Spirit is saying you need to rest and you need to connect. Okay? I don't care if you're a licensed therapist. You also need time to chill out, to relax without people dumping on you. And then on top of it, they dump on you and you got to carry this sorrow, this sadness. They get you mad. You're madder than them. You want to beat their boyfriend up or beat such and such up for doing things to them. But they still stay in the relationship and you leave off of the phone with them angry. And then what do you do with that anger? That's not your anger. That's their anger. They just dumped on you. You got to take white baths and clean off spiritually. Sage yourself, sage your house, frankincense and myrrh, spiritual baths, which I have on my discussion section. Do all those cleanings. Get those herbs that I told you. Start cleaning off and choose your battles. Spirit is saying that you may have problems with leg cramps, something with your legs. So get that checked. Okay. Spirit does not want you to tie any knots around your neck. That's it. Anything with your neck, anything like a choker, necklace, anything that's tied around your neck. Spirit is saying, no, we don't do that. Not for the month of October, please. If you must attend a funeral, a burial, you gotta clean. You gotta take a white bath, clean off spiritually, because the spirits come home with you, and you're already spiritual. You're a born spiritualist. That came up in your last reading. You gotta clean off. You can't walk around with a whole army of dead behind you, like the Walking Dead. You can't. You can't. You're one person. You're alive. Okay, you're not dead. And when you walk around with a whole bunch of energies from the dead, they start to pull you down. You start to feel drained. You have no energy to do anything when you come home. You got headaches. You feel sickly. Okay? And it may not be any physical ailment. It could be a spiritual ailment. These spirits are making you sick because you're not spiritually connected. You're not connecting with spirit. And so everything is attaching to you, dumping on you, weighing you down, and you don't know what to do with this. People, you got to watch for people taking advantage of you. You have the potential for greatness, but you have a big head. And Spirit is saying you got to tone that down and humble yourself. Perfection is death. You're not going to be perfect. Don't even try to be perfect. Be the best that you can be. But Spirit is saying perfection is death, and it can cause you shame. You could be well known. You could be well known in your community, well known in your business, but your life is a mess. Your home life is a mess. And I'm not talking about your physical. Your physical house could be a mess. It could be a hot wreck. But you're posing in front of the cameras. You're going to events. Everyone loves you. But when you go home, relationship is a hot mess. Your relationship with your children is a wreck. Your physical environment is a hot mess. Okay? Spirit is saying, connect with Spirit through your prayers, your meditations. Get things in order. Get your life in order. Oshun is going to bring sweetness in your life. But you got to surrender to Spirit, or else you will continue to have chaos. Araye. Okay? And you don't want chaos and araye in your life. Balance home life with your public life. Okay? Home is important. Home is where the heart is. Cultivate the relationships, nurture them. You can't be working around the clock and then expect your husband or your wife to stay home waiting for you. That's a drag. I know you're, bringing home the money, and money is everything, but like the people at home alone, that's not a good look. That's how cheating happens. Third parties get entered into the situation. There's unending jealousy with you. I'm sorry. That's the walk that's the burden that you got to carry on your shoulders. Taurus, you are fabulous. You're successful. You're going to have jealousy. But in order to fight all the effects of the jealousy, to protect you from losses, you have to pray. Okay? I'm not saying go to church. Your home could be your temple. And it was whatever you believe in. All right? You have the potential for greatness. And Spirit is saying, like, if you had a parent that you felt like never liked you, don't worry about that, because you got love. Spirit loves you. Spirit is here today, tonight, saying that don't worry if you felt like you had a parent that didn't like you or didn't love you or mistreated you. That's their issue. That's their problem. Spirit is saying that they love you and they're looking out for you and protecting you. Okay. Let me pull one Archangel card to see what the angels have to say, and then that should conclude your reading. All right, so they have one message for you. And that message is clairaudience. So Spirit is saying that you can hear messages. You may think it's like that voice in your head. Mm-mm. That voice in your head is Spirit talking to you. It's your spirit guides and protections. It's Archangel Zachiel that's talking. Let me show you the picture. Oh, this lighting is messed up. Okay, Zachiel. And so Zachiel is saying, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Spirit could send messages through other people to give to you. You may not even know that person. It could be a stranger that comes up to you from the street and just points at you and say, you got a gift. There's a message for you. And then they walk away. You know how many times I've heard that happen? It even happened to me. Don't dismiss it. Spirit is talking to you. You'll hear things in your head, or you'll hear it in your ear. Okay? They're sending you sending you messages about people. They're giving you visions, all of that. So pay attention to it. My head is tingling right now when I tell you that. Okay? So basically, in closing, Oshun bath, take some water, pour some honey in, stir it with your left hand, say prayers. After you bathe physically, pour from your head to toe, air dry, dress in white, tap into Oshun, pray for beauty and love and passion and happiness and success and protection from your enemies. Oshun is all here for you. Okay, and I'm going to include in the discussion section some things that you can do. If you have any questions, you can email me at ayabaswind999. Wind is spelled WYND. 999 at gmail.com. I am also available for personal readings. You can certainly email me and we'll talk about the specifics, okay? So hopefully this reading was helpful. Tauruses, your readings are always like exciting. I get excited for you. I pray that this was helpful, and I will talk to you in the next couple of weeks for your November 2019 reading.